What's going on, everybody? It's Jay Coffee Talk. Thanks for tuning into the channel. Make sure you take that quick moment, smash the like, the subscribe, the bell, all that good stuff. But listen, yesterday, I'm scrolling through Instagram and I come across this picture of Tekashi 6ix9ine, who I guess could we say, let me know your thoughts if you agree, but is 6ix9ine becoming the most famous snitch of all time? I don't know. You let me know. But you know how it goes down. If something's in the news, what do they say? The internet's undefeated. You most definitely know there's going to be all kinds of memes. And, that's what someone did here. They edited 6ix9ine into a scene of one of the most popular, iconic mob movies of all time. Not my favorite, though. My favorite is Goodfellas. But they edited him into this scene of Casino, and it instantly took me right back.
Damn. But finally, my guys got out on bail, and the bosses wanted me to send my brother Dominic down to Vegas. Always the dollars. Always the fucking dollars. I mean, it was still way too hot for me to even go near Vegas. So I set up a meeting with the guys way out in the sticks. I didn't want my brother to get fucked around. I mean, what's right is right. They don't give a fuck about it. You tough guy, huh? You tough guy. You run, motherfucker. Tough guy. You and your fucking...
Now, this is the most brutal, just ruthless scene, I think, out of a movie that I may have ever seen in my life. Get in the comments and let me know if you guys agree, your thoughts. But that movie, that scene is just, it's almost traumatizing to watch. Joe Pesci's character in Casino. For those who haven't seen Casino, if you've been living under a rock, or I don't know how you may have not seen the movie. If you haven't, go watch it, because it is based on true events, and that is actually what makes the scene even more disturbing to watch, as Joe Pesci's character in the movie, Nicky Santoro, who is based on the real life Anthony Splitoro, who was doing too much. The mob got fed up with him, and him and his brother were beaten to death with bats and buried alive. Okay, now we'll get back to that a little bit in a minute, but it's just kind of crazy with all this going on with Tekashi 6ix9ine, coming home, back in the music scene, back on the internet, trolling, going at Snoop Dogg and everything going on. Aside from, does the hip hop industry can they give a snitch a pass or not? Are people gonna deal with 6ix9ine or not? A lot of times it seems like we truly forget that Tekashi 6ix9ine was indeed working with a real life criminal organization in the 9 Trey Gangsters, the Bloods, Treyway, whatever you want to call them. You know what I mean? And, as I stated, Casino is based on a real life story, a true story, something that indeed happened. That was the mob out of Chicago, how they were, taking over Vegas back in the 70s, 80s, and, trying to get all that money that the Vegas Strip was producing through gambling and everything else.
Someone, you've got to trust them. There's no other way. You've got to give them the key to everything that's yours. Otherwise, what's the point? And for a while, I believed that's the kind of love I had.
So I just kind of wanted to point out all this, within the way information is spread these days through the internet, through the trolling, through all the fun and games. We really forget the reality of things sometimes, especially the youth coming up. They see what 6ix9ine's doing. And, I really just want to ask that question again, and ask that you all get in the comments. Do you think 6ix9ine really, truly is in danger? Do you know what I mean? Do you think that the 9 Trey Gangsters aren't playing and, will indeed look for retribution and revenge against this guy for what he did, for putting them away, you know, for becoming, I mean, we're comparing the Bloods to the mob. Essentially, they made him a made man, and in turn, he, you know, flipped up and told on them. Now, over the years, that has happened in the mob, and we know the mob doesn't have the power nowadays that they used to have. You know what I'm saying? But in this scene that you just saw with the car bomb, you know, in the true story of Casino in real life, as we were just talking about, Nicky Santoro, played by Joe Pesci, based on the real life Anthony Splitoro, you know, who was beat into inches of his life with his brother in a cornfield in Indiana or something like that, and buried alive. Which I still, like I said, that scene is just something else, you know. But the car bomb also was something that really happened in real life. Robert De Niro's character in the movie was Sam Rothstein, who was based on the real life Frank Lefty Rosenthal, you know, who was not in the mob but was connected. You know what I mean? He was of Jewish descent, so he could not be a made man, but he was very good at handicapping and setting the lines and everything for sports betting and everything. You know what I mean? Like if you're going to bet on a game, you're going to take the Jets, you know, getting 7 points because they're the underdogs versus Miami or something like that. You know what I mean? He was very good at setting those lines and other stuff like that. And the mob got behind him and did what they had to do, pulling the strings to try to get him a gaming license. And, you know, he kicked the money up to them. Now, in the movie, Pesci's character has an affair with Robert De Niro's character's wife, which, you know, really also did happen as well, but they ended up kind of having a beef, and that car bomb really happened to De Niro's real life counterpart. And that's when, you know, the bosses stepped in and said, we got a problem here, because they believed Joe Pesci's character to be behind the bombing. You know what I mean? And he had been running amok and doing a lot of other things. For those, you know, who have seen the Casino movie, you know what I'm talking about, because based, you know, on all the true crime info out there and interviews with people over the years, Casino is a pretty accurate movie to what went down in real life. So, you know, that kind of was what got the ball rolling, where they said, we got to do something about this guy. And they took him and his brother out in the most grisly way to send a message, and buried him alive. Now, getting back to talking about Tekashi 6ix9ine, how I was saying, nowadays, with everything going on, people forget the reality of certain situations. Things like that were done to give a message. The way they, you know, took those guys out and killed them was to send a message, hey, don't mess around. You know what I mean? And I don't know if the messages don't get sent properly today, or, you know, there's a big difference in the organizations between what the mob was and what Treyway is. But I don't know, 6ix9ine flipped, and he's out here rubbing it in everyone's face, you know, what he did, and that he's still out here getting money. So join the discussion and let me know what you guys think. Is 6ix9ine truly in trouble? Let me know what you thought of, you know, is his life really in danger? Let me know what you thought of this meme with the, you know, Casino cornfield scene with 6ix9ine being put in that meme. And also, you know, your thoughts on everything else. The Casino movie, the Treyway true story, all of that, the snitching discussion. I want to know your thoughts on all of that. You know, for anyone new to the channel, you know, it's all about hearing what the people got to say on this platform. So let's get this discussion going in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And also, just, you know, for hip hop fans and movie buffs, and, you know, like me, I wanted to share a little extra bonus information with you guys. As you see, the guy that first hits Pesci's character with the bat, you probably recognize him from a ton of mob movies. Goodfellas. He was on The Sopranos. He was in a lot of stuff. That's Frank Vincent, who passed away a couple years ago. When he passed away, Nas, who shot the music video to Street Dreams that was based on the movie Casino. Remember when Jay-Z dissed them boys in pink suits trying to get cute? When he passed away, Nas shared that Frank Vincent, when they shot that video together, they became very close, and he schooled Nas up on a lot of game, maturing through the entertainment industry. And he often looked to him for advice when he was in a jam or at a fork in the road, so to speak. That was like, his big homie in the entertainment industry who was a good close friend to him. So Nas gave him a special shout out after he passed away. So I just thought that was some interesting to share with you guys as well. But that's all I got. I look forward to hearing what you guys got to say in the comments. As I already stated, smash that like, the subscribe, the bell. We got daily content. We talk music, sports, news, current events, and much, much more on this channel. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Thank you so much for watching and your support. I'm out of here. Peace.